What's up guys, Matt and Blake from the Football Boots team, and today Adidas have done it again. They've brought out another fire collection of boots. This time they're all about Blackout. It is called the Nitecrawler collection, but Blakey, this isn't the first time Adidas have released a full Blackout colorway. Let's rewind the clocks to have a look at their first example.
So back in October 2013, Adidas released their Enlightened pack, and now this pack was very special. It was pretty much a black and grey pack, but under the flash of a camera, the stripes would light up. Very nice pack. I'm going to ask you, Matty, which one would you go for? So we've got the F50 at the front, the Nitrocharge, the Preds, or the 11 Pro.
I would go for the Preds. The old school Preds, especially at leather, was different level. So for this one, I'll go Preds.
Yeah. All right, next one we see is August 2014. It was an all whiter and all blackout pack. We have a blackout copper, a blackout Predator Instinct, and a blackout leather F50 at a 0. Personally, I would go for the copper. What would you go for?
The leather F50s aren't bad. The coppers are obviously gorgeous, but again, I'm going to stick with the Preds.
Okay. Next one we see. So this is the first boot reveal as part of the Adidas Nitecrawler pack. This is the X17 Plus Pure Speed. Pretty much all blackout, as Matty said before, but what do we see on the sole plate? It has a very nice metallic chrome look. I really love that look of the boot. What do you think of this boot?
Yeah, I think this is absolutely class. Great football boot, the 17 plus in the X range. Also the colorway, you can't not like these. I think in terms of blackout colorways, I think these are probably the best sellers for the big brands. Adidas, Nike, Puma. Every time they bring out like a black pack in the academy, I think they sell so well, and I think those X's are going to be hot property.
Now, along with the Pure Speed, we've also got the X17.1, which has external laces. It doesn't have that pure cut lace cover. The upper is slightly stiffer. A lot of professionals actually wear this boot as well. And the sole plate, the one difference from the Pure Speed is that the sole plate is just a standard translucent design. It doesn't have any chrome effects on that sole plate. Now, I know you hate the X17.1, but again, I'll ask you, the Pure Speed or the X17.1?
Of course, I'm going to go with the Pure Speed, the 17 plus, but if you don't have the money for it and you want to get the X, this is the only time I would say get the X17.1 because the colorway is just that good.
Yeah. Right, next one we see. So back to the packs. This is the Adidas K Leather pack. Now, Ian has a pair of these Nitrochargers. We've also got a pair of Predator Instincts and F50 at a 0. Now the Predator Instinct, completely different from the standard retail version. Which one would you go for?
Well, without question, this is one of Adidas's best packs of all time.
Yeah,
yes,
sure.
They're 4 years old, but 100% these are top 3, don't even at me. I think, again, I'd have to go with the Preds, so that's 3 from 3 so far for the Preds.
Back over to March 2015, another blackout pack. This is sort of a black Knights pack. It had sort of Knights details on that forefoot there. We've also got the 11 Pro, the Predator Instinct, the F50 at a 0, and the Nitrocharge. Personally, I would go for either the Predator or the Nitrocharge. Okay, now this is the second boot reveal as part of the Nitecrawler pack. This is the Copper 18.1. Now, we haven't seen an all blackout version. For the cold-blooded pack, we saw pretty much a black and red version. This is all blackout. You've got to love this, right?
Yeah, obviously a lovely colorway, and the good thing about the Copper 18.1s is that it's a very modern style classic boot. Now, Tommy played with us on football last week. It was raining, and he wore his Copper Mundials, and they got absolutely soaking wet. They were almost unplayable because they were so heavy and they just absorbed every piece of water, which is a good thing about the Copper 18.1s. If you still want a heritage boot, which is made out of leather, but you're playing in some wet conditions, which is quite often, then these are going to be the better option for you.
Now, as this is the 0.1 version, it doesn't have a chrome sole plate. Maybe in the future, Adidas might bring out the Copper 18 Plus, no laces or something. They probably won't do that. On to the next pack. This is the Fluid pack, launched in March 2016 for the X15.1 and the Ace 16.1. Now, these two boots, I'm not really a fan of. They're very synthetic, but if I had to ask you again, which one would you go for?
Well, first off, I would not spend my own money on these boots. Terrible football boots. Seriously, the X and the Ace back in the day were so poor, so synthetic and pretty stiff. But I might go for the X.
Okay, next one we see. So this is the Nemesis 17 Plus 360 Agility as part of the Nitecrawler pack. I think this is absolutely stunning. The whole blackout upper, nice little shimmer to it, and again, that nice metallic chrome chrome sole plate. Matty, you have to love these, right?
Yeah, these are absolute fire. Full blackout. I love that little bit of metallic touch on the sole plate. It's a little bit of a shame that you guys probably aren't going to see many pros wearing these because they're going to be sticking with the cold-blooded and the upcoming next pack in a couple of months. But later in the video, we will be saying who will and who won't be wearing them.
Now onto the Nemesis 17.1, pretty much exactly the same colorway, but in terms of tech specs, we've got laces on top. There's no laces on the 17 Plus version, so laces on top, and the sole plate is again, like what we saw on the X, it's translucent, so you don't have that chrome effect on the sole plate. I'm pretty sure you'd go for the 17.1 over the 17 Plus, or am I wrong?
Well, it's a little bit of a shame because for me the 17.1s are the Nemesis boot which I'd choose, but they don't feature that same metallic sole plate, and it really does look so much nicer. But obviously Adidas have got to justify the difference in price, and maybe by changing the sole plate is going to do that.
Alright, next one we see. So this is the Adidas Dark Space Pack, launched in August 2016. Personally, one of my favorite blackout packs from Adidas. This is on the A16 Plus Pure Control, and as well as that, it's on the X16 Plus Pure Chaos. Personally, I'd go for the Pure Control because of my wide feet. Which one would you go for?
I would 100% go for the Pure Chaos. That blackout colorway and also that upper and the fit was stuff of dreams. Still one of my favorite pairs of boots to this day.
Next pack we see is the Adidas Checkered Black pack, launched in the start of 2017. Again, we have the Copper 17.1. This is when the Copper was launched, one of the first colorways for that stylo. We also had the A17 Plus Pure Control and the X16 Plus Pure Chaos. But one of the key differences between this Pure Control and the launch Ace 17 Plus Pure Control is that the upper was completely different. This was more the Player Pro version. The original Red Limit version was completely different to that stylo. Matty, which one would you go for?
I wasn't overly keen on the checkered black design. I wish they were more kind of just sparkly all over black, but given the choice, I'm going to go with the Pure Chaos.
Next and last pack, this is the Magnetic Storm. Launched in July 2017, A70 Plus Pure Control, the X17 Plus Pure Speed, and the Nemesis 17 Plus 360 Agility. Very similar to the checkered black. Obviously we don't have that checkered design on those uppers there. But again, I would go for the Pure Control. Which one do you go for?
I've got such a lot of time for the Magnetic Storm pack. Sometimes creating blackouts time and time again is quite difficult to make them different. But what I loved about this one, Adidas 3 stripes and also their text, they were a little bit reflective, a little pearlescent touch, and if you shone your camera on there with the flash, they popped out in this little purple color. I'm gonna say I'll go with the Nemesis this time.
All right, now Messi himself, he's been wearing blackout boots as well. But what do we think he's wearing here?
Well, are these an upgrade to the current Nemesis 17s? These could be the first look at the 18s, but it is a little bit difficult because Adidas are really good at handing their big level players the boots before they actually come out. So these might just be the standard colorway of the Nitecrawlers, Messi breaking them in, ready for his next game for Barcelona.
Now onto the headline boot of the Nitecrawler pack. This is the Predator 18 Plus. Now this again is very, very nice. Do you like the style?
Yeah, 100%. I think this is one of the best looking boots we've seen in 2018 so far. Full blackout. We've got a little bit of red coming through that collar, so hopefully when you pull it apart a little bit, you can see that red coming through. Such a nice touch. And of course the metallic black on the sole plate too.
And again, we'll talk about the Predator 18.1. Again, pretty much the exact same colorway, but again, the sole plate doesn't have that chrome effect. It still looks shiny, but it doesn't have that chrome effect. Red again on that collar there. Predator 18.1 or Predator 18 Plus?
It's such a tight call for me because the 18.1s feature the laces, which I prefer, but the upper on the 18 Plus Preds is literally a different level. If the 18.1s had the top quality 18 Plus upper, I think the 18.1s will be one of my favorite boots on the market and maybe of all time.
Now I'm going to ask you this question. This is a top-down shot of all the silos. In terms of fit, which is the best fit out of the four?
Alright, I'd say the most versatile pair of boots is the Predator 18 Plus. The reason for that is the natural last is probably the widest of all, and around that toe box again is the widest, but it's still got that compression, so it fits players like me for compression. But if you've got wide feet like Blake, it's going to cater for that as well.
I'll definitely go for the 18 Plus or the Copper. So next picture we see, I'll go into the point ones. Same question. which one would you go for based on fit?
No way that X 17.1, they're just way too stiff and also a little bit narrow. Then it comes down to the Nemesis 17.1 or the Predator 18.1s. I'm going to say the most universal fit again is the Predator 18.1, a little bit wider, and also the upper on those Nemesis 17.1s, because of the bandage, can just be a little bit too aggressive.
Now, I'm going to ask you this question. This is for you guys to vote in on your favorite Predator 18 Plus so far. Do you like the original launch Sky Stalker version, or the Lone Hunter version, the Cold-Blooded version, or the recent released Nightcrawler version? Vote in the poll card now. On to the next picture, and this is the last picture, is saying that no professional players will be actually wearing the Nightcrawler pack. Just like the Magnetic Storm, the Thunderstorm, the Earth Storm, the Lone Hunter, and the Nightcrawler, this is a secondary pack. Players won't be wearing it. So Maddie, that's us.
Yeah guys, that is a wrap for today. The Nightcrawler pack is seriously very nice. Just like Nike's Academy packs, I'm sure these are going to sell out so quick. So if you are interested in getting these, make sure to check out our website. We've always got the cheapest prices on there. But as I said, that is a wrap. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as always.
We'll see you next time.